You think you're smart with your money? You think you could spot a scam from a mile away? Well, let me tell you about a guy who fooled some of the richest, most powerful people in the world for decades. A guy who built a $65 billion house of cards and almost got away with it. This is the story of Bernie Madoff. Music shifts to a more narrative, slightly tense tone. See, on the surface, Bernie Madoff was Wall Street royalty. He was the former chairman of the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. He ran a legitimate, pioneering market-making business on one floor of his New York office building. But on another floor, a secret floor, he was running the largest Ponzi scheme in history. So how did it work? It was deceptively simple. Madoff offered his exclusive group of investors, we're talking celebrities, powerful CEOs, major charities, insanely consistent returns. Around 10 to 12% a year, every year, no matter what the market was doing. If the S&P 500 was up 30%, Bernie's clients got 12%. If the market crashed, they still got 10%. It seemed too good to be true, and that was the first massive red flag. But people didn't question it. Why? Because of Madoff's reputation. He was this financial wizard, this untouchable guru. Getting into his fund was like getting into an exclusive club. People begged to give him their money. The secret was, there was no magic strategy. He wasn't actually investing their money at all. When a new investor came in, Madoff would just use their cash to pay the profits to the older investors. He'd literally just move money from one bank account to another. As long as more new money was coming in than was being paid out, the illusion of success could continue. And it did for decades. He even faked elaborate trading records to keep up the charade. For years, people tried to sound the alarm. A financial analyst named Harry Markopolos, for example, basically handed the SEC a detailed report on a silver platter, proving it was mathematically impossible for Madoff to be achieving these returns. He titled his report, "The World's Largest Hedge Fund is a Fraud." The SEC investigated Madoff multiple times over the years and found nothing. They were either incompetent or simply couldn't believe a man of Madoff's stature could be a common crook. Music intensifies slightly, building to a climax. So what brought it all down? The 2008 financial crisis. The new money suddenly dried up. The stock market tanked and panicked investors wanted to pull their money out. About $7 billion worth. But the money wasn't there, the vault was empty. With the walls closing in, Madoff finally confessed. Not to the authorities, but to his two sons who also worked at the firm, but were kept in the dark about the fraud. He sat them down and said, "It's all one big lie." The next day, they turned their own father into the FBI. The fallout was catastrophic. People lost their life savings, their homes, their retirements. Charities went bankrupt. The man who was once a Wall Street icon was sentenced to 150 years in prison, where he died in 2021. It's a chilling reminder that if something seems too good to be true, it almost always is. And the most dangerous lies are often the ones told by the people we're taught to trust the most.